The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Here are tonight's starting lineups presented by State Farm. First for the Celtics. And for the Lakers, Payton is out there with Bryant. They've got O'Neal. A big game for this young man making his NBA debut. And it's Fox, and it's Malone in at the 4 slot.
Since Boston's resurgence, they've always done a great job against the Western Conference. Having the depth and the talent they do gives you a chance to do that. But last year, it just wasn't the same.
So the Lakers win the tip. James against Payton. Got that bucket in no time at all. Payton's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Lakers. Yeah, Clark, you're right. They really struggled to get any real momentum when they faced off against the Western Conference. And Steve, they ended up with a 7-11 record against them.
Yeah, you know, really a far cry from how they had done up until that point. But losing some of the guys they did made it hard for them to play the type of defense that let them dominate the Western Conference the year before.
The pass to Blount. The kick out to Pierce. It's up a 3. Bryant with the rebound. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Mike Brown. And what'd you find out, Chris?
Gentlemen, he told me that their goal early on was to rattle this team a bit. Coach said if we can get up in their faces, let them know that we're going to be right in their grill all night long, I think we can throw them out of their element on offense. They have the defensive talent to do that. We'll see if it pays off, guys.
All right, great stuff, Doris. Thanks. And guys, not too much of a surprise. The defense is going to be the emphasis.
Yeah, that's the type of team they are. I mean, they always seem to feed off of that defense. They're just really trying to attack and force some turnovers and get out and run.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, that's really what drives them on a game-to-game basis.
Malone outside. Gets it to go. Malone's got his first basket.
If he gets a glimpse of an opening, he's going to take it right to the rim.
You know, the Lakers have long been the pride of the West for the better part of the century, but every so often they can hit tough stretches, and last year they had a hard time with the East.
Lakers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Leans, and O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got his first basket of the night.
He is always so in control, guys, even when he's going hard to the hoop. Very skilled finisher.
That's tipped. And it's the Lakers on the break. That is good. Yeah, they just couldn't do what the rest of the Western Conference playoff teams did against the East. And the Lakers, Steve, were 9 up and 9 down, right at 500.
Yeah, kind of surprising, given that the East was the weaker conference for sure. I would have expected a better record from the Lakers. They really got off to a slow start, particularly on the road, and I think that cost them a little bit at the end.
Here is Bryant after the basket by Boston. And it's good.
Offensively just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. So both teams making some changes here. Banks kicks to Batum. Stolen by Grant. Grant, right side. No good. Here's Banks. And no good trying to get that one. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. They established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
That's good. Banks has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Celtics.
Well, there's some very popular destinations for free agents around the league. Chicago, New York, Miami. But for me, the Lakers are still the premier market for players. You know, big city, a history of winning with the Laker organization, and fantastic weather, of course.
George. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. He feeds it to Banks. Buries it down low. Banks has got his second basket of the night.
And no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
And Steve, to follow up on your point, the whole aspect of Hollywood has always been a big lure for the Lakers as far as recruiting Clark free agents.
We've seen it over the years with all the big names they've gotten assigned in free agency. No doubt about it, the Lakers are still one of those destination teams for a lot of players in the league.
The shot by Pierce will not go.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Banks. Here's LaFrance. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Lakers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Here's Bryant. Knocks it down from 7 feet. Bryant's got 6 points. So the Celtics call timeout, their first. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And a new group in for the Celtics. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Pierce against Russell. Outside Pierce. Rebound the Lakers.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
Malone down low. And the basket good.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some point, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
The shot by Pierce will not go. Lakers leading by 4. Rush the pass to Grant. And James pulls it down. The Celtics have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got. Oh, look out!
Call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You got to just shake your head on that one.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Sprite. Stripped it away. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. The Celtics shooting their first free throws here tonight. And he makes the first. Both teams deciding to change it up. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Payton. And he drops it in from the low post. Payton's got his third bucket of the night. Here's James. Here's McCarty. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You know, he's a rarity in the NBA, guys. A big man who can launch it from deep.
Here's Payton. Missed inside.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. The Celtics lead by 1. And it's time now for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll be back shortly to get the second half underway.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Halftime at Staples Center in a close one. Welcome, everyone. I'm Damon Bruce. A tightly contested game for the Celtics up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And defensively, they've done a good job grabbing rebounds, limiting second chances.
Welcome back to Staples Center, and above it, downtown Los Angeles in the distance. The Celtics with the lead.
You know, the area where the Celtics started to struggle last year was winning games on the road. That's something they had done pretty well in previous seasons, but they were very inconsistent away from Boston last year.
Now here's Bryant, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Bryant's got the first field goal of the second half for the Lakers. Passes to Blount. O'Neal's there. Blount passes to Pierce. A three-pointer off the mark. And for the Celtics, a lot of those close ones they were used to being able to pull out on the road seemed to go, Clark, I think, the other way last season.
They sure did, and all those losses added up as they ended with a road record of 15-18, Kevin. Those 15 wins, the lowest of any playoff team in the East, except for the Knicks.
Kept alive. Dishes to James. Over Payton. James, no good.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
O'Neal inside. Good. And the Lakers lead by 3. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the third. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, he may just be trying to get a break in the action to clear their heads. You know, a lot of their shots are rimming out. You wonder if their confidence isn't suffering at this point.
I think that's a good time to call a timeout. If a team has a few fall the wrong way for them, just burn a timeout and let them forget about it. Regroup, talk about it, and refocus.
He dishes it to James. Makes the lead pass. No one near him. Good on the jump shot.
That was an important bucket. They're only 1 of 5 now, so they really had to get their offense clicking.
The Lakers making a switch here. George is checked in. The Celtics making a switch here. Payton kicks to Bryant. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Bryant's got 4 this quarter.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, you'd like to see a little more out of the defense. How about trying, guys?
And Boston has possession. They trail by 3. Here's Welch. Rebound the Lakers. Malone's got his 4th rebound in this one. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Fox, he's checked in for the Lakers. And the Celtics making a change here. Celtics have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half starting. To the middle. LaFrentz. He's covered by Malone. Welch nails the wide open jump shot. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, he's just a spectacular dunker, Kevin. The fans love it when he's out on the floor and he's got some room and some momentum going to the hoop. They know exactly what's coming.
And also, Steve, he's got such an accurate shot that he doesn't even need to be open to knock him down. He can knock down shots against hard, tough defense. All he needs is time to get it off.
Walton's checked in for Malone.
He's taking care of business at the line, and you expect nothing less from him. Of course, a terrific shooter from the stripe.
Blunt and blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Malone's checked in for Walton. And a new group in for the Celtics. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's James. Drilled from 11 feet out. James has got his first points of the game.
They can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, the opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
Pass to Pierce. Back to James for the lead. And that one's good. James has got 5 points so far. Now Payton. Here's Bryant. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Who's had the Sprite uncontainable game in this one? Well, let's send it out to our Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, our uncontainable game award goes to the Boston Celtics. They had a plan to get an edge in this one, and they executed it perfectly. Hard to see them giving this one away in the final period.
Thank you, Doris. And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Lakers. Poke loose, out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. The Celtics making a switch here. Pierce with a screen on Bryant. Kicks it to Pierce. The dish to James. Celtics passing it around. Blount passes to James. Shot clock at 6. Can't hit. And it's the Lakers the other way.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's O'Neal. From down in the low post, it goes. O'Neal's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the hot shooting continues, guys.
Yeah, it sure does, Steve. They've mothballed the defense, though. It's all about offense today.
Now here's James. Pierce with it. George picks him up. They get it back. Back to Pierce. Over Bryant. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too.
Gets it to go. And so it's Boston with it. 4-point game. Knocks it loose. James kicks to Pierce. From beyond the arc. That's good.
Well, another uncontested three there. They've got to make some kind of an adjustment. I mean, they're giving up way too many open threes.
Well, the last 5 hoops, 3 have come off wide open three-pointers, Clark. So it's one thing to give up one, but you start giving three-pointers up in bunches, you're in big trouble.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to his team. It was a pretty upbeat huddle. He said, I'll bet they won't take us lightly next time, guys. Clearly, he was aware of their underdog status coming into this basketball game, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. James kicks to Pierce. Back to James. Over Payton. James misses. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. O'Neal. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before the shot attempt.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion, and it just didn't work out that time.
So we can't get either to fall. Celtics shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. It's stolen by Bryant. And here's the fast break. Kobe Bryant leading the way. Lets it go with a 3. And the Lakers with another miss.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Big time shot.
Really clutch.
The rebound by the Celtics.
Well, ever since the second half started, he's been ice cold. Very little going his way right now.
The Celtics have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
Boy, that's huge. Big foul shots to get them the 3-point lead.
Here is Bryant. Will it go? Good! A tremendous 3 to tie it up. And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot. And they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
What an eruption in this building.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Here's against George. To the paint. Here's Welch. Oh, missed it. Here's Payton. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K. We've got overtime action now, folks. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on our sideline, and this is Kevin Harlan. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. And it's Bryant missing. Austin's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Gets it to go. The Lakers trail. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Here's James. Celtics passing it around. Outside Pierce. Back to James. Shot from 16. And he hits the jumper for 2. And the Celtics lead by 2.
That's a huge shot.
And that put a hush over the crowd.
Yeah, the volume's been turned down in this building in a big hurry.
Bryant's shot is good.
I can tell you for sure they didn't want this. I actually can guarantee it. They're getting pounded, brutalized inside.
Now, it wouldn't be so bad if they were getting the same looks on the other end, but that's just not the case.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Here's Fox. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And a really poor job boxing out there, guys. A momentary lapse in concentration, I think.
Celtics making a switch here. Once checked in. We're just over a minute into overtime here. James kicks to Pierce. With the shot. Money!
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Outside Bryant. Offensive rebound. Shot is blocked. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, so strategically everything changes a little bit. Those were very important foul shots.
Beyond the arc, count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Sinks it!
And they add to this lead, trying to close this game out.
I think it would take a lot of luck and maybe then some. I mean, it might be time to pack this thing in.
And the shot is good.
Nice play there on the inbounds. The defense really lost contact.
And we're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He does it at the first. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
They need to get a 3 here to stay alive.
Off the inbound pass. Right between the eyes. And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer. Now a timeout called by Boston. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
50.
Welcome back to overtime basketball in what has been a tremendous battle so far. With Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We're going to keep this one going.
Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
To take the lead. Here's Fox. That's good.
You know, they've really made the best of their chances down the middle of the lane here.
Yeah, they haven't met much resistance down in the paint, so I think you've got to continue to pound the ball down low.
Cummings to one-hand slam.
Well, don't get too used to that, fellas. I mean, that kind of dunk is not usually part of what he does.
Well, unless the D plays as soft on him as they did right there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with defense like that, anything is possible.
Here's the block, but they recover it. Outside Pierce. Over Bryant. And another basket for Boston. Lakers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Powers down the dunk.
I think they gave him a little too much room there. I mean, that was all he needed to rise up and punch that one down.
Yeah, he's going to jump at those chances, guys.
Yeah, that's what he does. He is a high flyer.
Here's Pierce. Shot is off. And the Lakers take it the other way. Goes up. Bryant can't get it to go. Boston trailing. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. James with the ball.
What a fantastic shooting display. He's finding the net every time this quarter.
Getting it done, shooting over 55%. 5 of 9 shooting from the floor. Here's Bryant. Laces one from 3.
He's been so valuable for this team in plays like that one.
Now here's James. Gives him the lead pass. Pierce connects. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well done, finishing that one off.
From downtown. The shot by Bryant, no good. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The feed now to Pierce. And it's Fox with the rebound. And they commit an intentional foul. This is another one of those so they can get into the penalty. Malone in the post. And they go to the intentional foul. And he doesn't get the first one to fall. That's off as well, so he misses both. Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 1. 15 seconds left to play in the second overtime period. Could not get a winner with just 1. Late in overtime, they got a chance to take the lead.
Biggest possession of the game, guys.
To the inside, takes it up. It's good! Here's Bryant. Buries it.
A great move to the hoop, capped off with the finger roll. He's an outstanding finisher in close.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players. And after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly. But I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for watching. Now, here is our Jordan Player of the Game.